Hi, this is Newstar. Welcome to my crafting DIY guide. I've used leatherworking for this just because that's the profession that I actually had for the beta weekend. But from what I've learned, it should actually apply to the other professions as well. Anyways, enjoy. Okay, as you can see here, just making some of the base materials. It's better to do it at the start because you're going to be able to still get experience for this. Get about 25 levels at best. Started looking at doing some shoulder guard panels just so that I can make different ones. As I've mentioned previously, you can actually get bonus experience from creating new items. It's the discovery process that they've actually chucked in there. I found out that I don't actually have enough jute thread, and so I've had to go back to the vendor to get some more. There should be a vendor nearby your particular profession that sells items that you actually need for it. So near the Huntsman workstation, there's actually a vendor that will sell tin so I can make bronze. Get a bit of bonus experience there, though it didn't show up for long. It happens when you do craft all. It's just a bit of a bonus thing they've chucked in there. It benefits you from making more items at once. Something simple. Item needs three components. I've just chucked in the three components: the insignia, the padding, and the panel itself. You can also double click on an item there to actually move it over, but it's a small distance, it doesn't really matter anyways. In the other professions it does change what you need, but from Huntsman as well, I've seen that you only need three components once again. You can see some red items there. I know it's a bit hard to read, but it's just indicating that I can learn that shortly. Once I hit 75, I'll be able to craft any of them. There we go. Can now make thin leather panels and all that sort of stuff. And I've got some new insignias there as well from the looks of it. As you can see, I've got a lot of those materials, so I'm going to make as many as possible just so I can get that bulk experience. There we go. I've managed to get 20 easy levels there, and I've still got more levels that I could get if I had the materials for it. Silly me, instead of continuing on with that, I've decided to start making some insignias though. But I was just here to try and make this guide, so it wasn't important to actually make as much as possible. As you can see, I've got nothing that I could use with that, so I've got to make some extra panels and padding. Anything that's orange is going to give me a level up. There's also grey, which is not going to do anything. There's white, which is only barely visibly different. That'll just give you a tiny bit of experience, and then you've got your red, which I said before you can't craft, and green gives you alright experience. So best case, always go for orange. That recipe there I actually found on a vendor, one of the heart vendors. Same with that one there. I ran out of materials, so I had to actually go to the trading post. You can access the trading post from anywhere, which is what I've done, and then I've had to go to the actual vendor to pick up the extra leather. I'm still getting some experience there. I forgot about the blue ones before. Obviously, it goes from red to orange to green to blue to white to grey. I really want to make that bag. The Rune of Holding there is sold by a vendor nearby as well. Slightly different one from before. And I'm assuming there would be ones for the other vendors, the other professions as well. Time to make some other wool items now. Trying to get some gear that's closer to my level. There we go, they've just gone white, but I'm still going to get a bit of experience for making them. Some items do make multiples, as the boot sole just showed, it had a little 2 in the corner of it. So obviously I get 2 of those soles. But it does make sense, you do need 2 boot soles for a pair of boots. Now I haven't noticed it when I was actually making it, but down the bottom there it's saying my inventory is full. So the transition here is actually just me depositing some stuff and coming back to it. Anything that comes up with the green stats is better than your current stats, but it's not necessarily the same stats. I'm sure most of you already worked that out anyways. The other advantage to making these different items is you're going to be able to learn what the different types are. Remembering that, however, is a different story. I've gotten double experience then just for making a new item. Even if I've made a similar item previously with a different stat on it, making that new item, double experience. Good way to go. You'll also notice that I'm gaining experience down the bottom of the screen. So crafting will level you up. From what I've found out, if you level every single crafting profession up, you can reach level 80 without going into any form of combat, excluding the starting area. Just making a few more items so that I can get to 125, the next tier of crafting. There we go. So I've got access to new insignias, the embroidered ones of wool. Once again, needing some more thread. Depending on what class and spec you're running, you'll obviously go for particular insignias. And as I said previously, in the different professions, they've got their own type of insignia. So with these new insignias, I'm still using the same other 2 materials to make it, like the wool mask panel and all that. And it's making a higher level item because I'm